Lots of stuff. Guys, welcome to episode 155 of the Drag Driver Pete Show, presented by Summit Racing.
Well, tell us a little bit about Two-Lane Throwdown.
Dude, 10 days away. We're 10 days away. I can't believe it. It has snuck up on me again. Two-Lane Throwdown brought to us by Velocity Motorsports. I'm excited to have Robert Young involved in this. A streetcar guy doing streetcar things with his streetcar, and now owns a shop, and it's going to be, it's going to be open to the public. It's going to be kind of fun. 4 days left on discounted tickets to returning racers. So $25 off a $150 ticket. That'll run until Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then if you've raced with us before, send us that. That will save you. Send us that you're interested, and we'll get it in. But you guys can see I set the route today. So we're going to leave the track to the right or north, and we're going to follow this. I think this is going to be fun, right? Okay. I've been back and forth with Dustin Cottle on what we should do and how we should route this. And initially, because we're a mandated 2-hour window, I wanted to do Velocity Motorsports first, because I feel like people are going to be hungry. We're going to do some pizzas or burgers or something there, and some snacks and all of that. And then the Blue Whale is our second stop. Okay. In conversations with Dustin and how far we should drive, the first route I have is like 70 something miles. The next route was like 120 miles. And so Dustin's like, hey, why don't you go up and cross this huge bridge that's up there? So we're actually going to leave the route. We're going to leave the Tulsa track and go north by, you're looking at this photo here. For the folks on the podcast, just jump over to YouTube. We're going to turn right. We're going to go through some, I would say, really cool country, because we're going to be down and up and all over the place. And then we're going to come back Route 66 from basically Claremore all the way down to the Blue Whale. And then we'll follow that into town, into Tulsa. And that will take us down into Velocity Motorsports. We're going to run 66 for, probably, I think it's like 40 miles of this 100-mile trip. So it works out to be right at 99.6 miles by the route we have. And then Velocity Motorsports for a late afternoon snack. The racing begins back at 3 o'clock. So I'm hoping that we're going to end up with like folks leaving at like noon and getting to Velocity Motorsports around 2. So, leave that last hour at the track for somebody else. Jump on the road. Let's get back. And then let's get back, because we only have 3 hours from 3 to 6 to make our final passes that you're good to lock in one of your 6 classes with. So it's going to be really, really important for folks to get back in time. So don't wait until the last second to leave and then have to haul ass through all that stuff and not have any pizza at Velocity, and then be trying to get back in time to get your passes in. So that's kind of the hope of that. And I'm going to put all that in an email to everybody that's signed up. And then the last note here, Cody Ham, this dude is a freaking animal. He's doing 6 Summer, and then they're going to leave 6 Summer, and they're going to drive all night long, and they're going to come race at Two-Lane Throwdown. He's already bought his ticket.
Yes.
Dude, I told him, I said, don't buy your ticket yet, just in case you're too tired. He goes, oh no, if I don't buy it now, I'm not coming. I was like, okay, come on, let's go.
Well, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, pretty exciting. In 10 days, I can't believe it.
Yeah, coming up real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
And then you guys know the deal, DDR10, 10% discount on anything at drivenracingoil.com. All right, so next here we got some updates from Rocky Mountain Race Week, it looks like. 10-0 Index has 30 cars in the 10-0 Index, and we saw that with Dustin Peterson being a 10-149 sitting in 7th place.
Yeah. Not Dustin Peterson. Who's Jesse Haslett?
Jesse Haslett. There you go.
Yeah. So that class is pretty incredible, dude. It's the second largest class of the event.
Wow. Stick Shift has 25 cars, which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
18 racers in Junior Street, which is amazing.
Bro, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up.
43 in Tailgate, which is also really good.
Yep. And that's sponsored by Cornerstone Performance Transmissions, Mr. Alex Arquette.
Yep. Tom Bagley had to swap head gaskets. I saw that on Facebook there.
Dude, incredible story. Like, dude is driving that thing from Huntsville, Alabama, not Huntsville, Alabama. I don't know, over by Atlanta somewhere, and then ends up making it all the way to Tulsa. The story behind, I can't wait till y'all see his video that's going to come out when he gets back home, because he pulled into the Edelbrock site in Memphis and lost the front tie rod as he pulled in their parking lot. Okay. It took them like 6 hours to fix it because it had gnarled some stuff up. So they had to like build a new rod and all this kind of stuff. Then he makes it to Tulsa. Danny Grub has to rent a U-Haul trailer to pick him up so they can get up so he can get teched in. He basically teched with the heads off the car.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's your
wild.
next note here is talking about Danny. He came to visit and then also saved everyone's day.
Dude, everybody's day. So big shout out to Danny Grub. Danny's roadside service is, I don't know. I need to send him more money, I think. So obviously rents a U-Haul trailer to pick up Tom in Tulsa, brings him up there, helps him work on the car overnight. Jordan White, who was also at the circuit in the ex-police car Dodge, it's got the white doors. Okay. Jordan loses the transmission as they pull in the driveway there at Great Bend. So Danny, they can't find one close. Danny loads him and his girlfriend or wife up in the car. They drive 2.5 hours one way to Wichita, pull a transmission out in the junkyard. Danny helps him, gets back in the truck, brings him back, helps him put it in. A guy named Miles had broken his ring gear or something like that on his Mustang, and it wouldn't pull the car. It would pull it up on the trailer. So luckily Danny had the U-Haul trailer still. So Miles loads his car on the trailer, hook up the Miles' little drag and drive trailer. And I'm like, no, dude, it only adds 50 miles to go through Tulsa. No problem. Following along with him. I tear my lug studs off and Danny has to drive 40 miles and spend hours on the roadside. The crazy part about this whole thing is once Danny gets done and drops Miles off in Tulsa and we split ways, Danny still had 250 miles to drive.
Oh, wow.
To go get his truck or to go get his trailer in Texas and pick up all the supplies that he needed to then drive 300 miles to his job that he was doing.
That's wild.
Dude, it's so crazy. So Danny's the man.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then some promoters on site. Cody of Weekend Warrior Race and Relax.
Yeah, him and his dad were there. 2 cars, 4 people. It was awesome.
Yeah. Ethan and Portia of Wild West Dragon Dash were there. And then Brian Havlick of Havlick's Fastest Streetcar Shootout was there.
Yeah, he made it one day and he said, I'm going home. The car's not right. It's not tested. It's not doing things like it should. We're going to the house.
Yep. It's a good idea. You never want to be in a spot where you break something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at our June events here. You can see all of these that we got going on. So Street Weekend is complete. Streetcar Challenge is complete. We're going to talk about those in the J-Wire. Alaska Speed Week is going on right now. So is Rocky Mountain Race Week. Six Summer is in 4 days. The one on the screen is incorrect. It is the 14th through 19th. BC Drag It Challenge is in 7 days. Home Quarter Drag and Drive is in 9 days. Two-Lane Throwdown in 10 days. 16 days for East Coast Drag and Drive. 17 days for the Great American Detour. And 19 days for Buckeye Skips.
Dude, 11 events in June is insane.
Yep. And I did update the calendar for Six Summer. So that actually took the 14th as being a day that was open off. So we have 6 days for the month of June that didn't have something going on.
Wow. So looking at this, that means we have 3 days left in the month of June that will not have a drag and drive on them.
Yep. Pretty incredible. And then I went ahead and compiled our July events so we can start talking about these. Street Week Sweden, the 4th through 11th. All-Stars Drag and Drive, July 8th through 12th. Big Sky Race Week, the 11th through 17th. Road Trip Drag It Challenge number 2, the 17th through the 19th. Pistons in the Pines, the 23rd through 25th. Heads Up Hustle, the 24th through 26th. Drop the Hammer Judgment Day, the 25th. And Miles of Mayhem, the 26th. Looking at that bottom row, there's an event that starts 4 consecutive days.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, one starting on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Bring it on.
So I will work on another calendar just like I did for June for July, just so that we can visually see. I think it's cool to see, how many events there are throughout the whole month and what days they overlap and how many days that we don't have events going on, which is usually pretty pretty small.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy.
So I think we keep going back and forth. Are we at 49 or 50 events for the year?
Well, so we're at 49 because of Dave's update last week about Central Victorian Drag and Drive. So they're not hosting one this year because they're helping the track get open and going. So
Gotcha. All right. So still 49 events for the year. And like always, you can find all of those events at dragdriverepeat.com/events. That is going to give you the interactive map and the listing of all the events.
sweet. Well, guys, listen, I made the trip up to Rocky Mountain Race Week and got to see a ton of our race car friends. It was really cool to go up just for a couple days. But I'll tell you this much, we're going to talk about in a little bit all the struggles I had on the way home. But man, that was really tough to leave. As racers were leaving Sunday morning, for day 2, it was really tough. I was having a hard time moving through all of that stuff. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. And it was awesome to hang out with everybody the other day. I can't wait for you to see all of our race car friends over at Six Summer. And then, of course, our sponsors. Can't do any of this kind of stuff without them. So if you're doing some shopping, hit these guys up. Summit Racing, of course, title sponsor of the show and news here, plus the circuit. We got Detour, of course, our official fuel delivery of Drag Drive Repeat, Molly Motorsport, best pistons in the game, and a lot of very, very fast cars. They can do custom stuff. They can do standard bore stuff. I mean, Eric was working with Eric Grillio over there and got some pistons for the Mustang that should be coming soon. Driven Racing Oil, of course, you guys will see them at Six Summer. Dude, did you see the post that I think it was Michael Neal made it the other day? They're building out they didn't call it a merch trailer, but it was like the supply trailer or something like that. I can't remember what they called it. So
Yep.
It's going to be awesome to see that thing in person. You're going to get to see it in person. I'm not going to see it in person right away, but I'm sure we will be doing it very soon. And of course, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, and Low Dollar Motorsports. If you can't find what you need to build your car in there, there is a problem that you have going on with your stuff. And of course, our sponsor or our partner for media coverage, PowerTube TV, and then Racing Junk Classifieds, who built a Drag and Drive segment for Drag and Drive cars over there. I mean, like, dude, it doesn't get any better than that.